Hey everybody, hope you're having a great day. Today's episode is at Marukai, which is a Japanese store, and we're going to try to eat their bentos and hot food items, but before we do that, we're going to go inside and check out some of the things they have to offer. When you enter the store, it's very huge and everything is pretty much items from Japan. They've got different kind of soaps, face masks, shampoos, conditioners, all kind of beauty items from Japan. They also sell some local types of shirts. So if you're looking for one, you can also come here for some. They've got some cute Japanese magnets, and I noticed some of them look like little sushis, and I thought it was cute. They've got Japanese brand name hot water holders, coffee makers, and rice cookers. And here are some cupo noodles straight directly from Japan. They've got some turtle chips, which you can find at Costco as well. Those are not Japanese though. And if you've never seen as much rice as I have here, it's pretty amazing. This whole shelf and the pallets on the middle side are just different types of rice. All kinds of rice, from sushi rice to just regular white rice. You can find it here. This is their aisle of just ramen. Different types of ramen from Japan and Korea and also even Malaysia. And the aisle, as you can see, is just stacked to the top and it just keeps going and going. Pretty amazing. This is their section of all the different soba noodles that you can get. Very, very big selection. This is some snacks from Japan, and the whole middle aisle is full of boxes and pallets of them. I don't know what kind of snacks they exactly are, but if you miss a snack from Japan, I'm sure you can probably find it here. Marukai has a pretty good seafood selection from different fresh fishes, octopus. They've got clams, oysters, shrimp, sushi grade slabs of ahi and salmon. And they also have pre-cut sashimi for you. They also have a poke section with various types of poke. And they have Wagyu beef for sale, quite expensive, but looks really nice and marbled. They have different cuts for shabu shabu or barbecue and different pre-packed shabu shabu hot pot vegetables. They have a pretty big meat section as well. And frozen food section is also huge, all full of Japanese frozen food items. This is their produce section. They've got regular produce, but I'm filming some of the things from Japan. These are mushrooms from Japan. They've got Japanese cucumbers, and look at this, Japanese wasabi. This is their hot foods, different kind of hot foods, edamame, different appetizers, and bentos. They also have a Chinese section. Here's some chassu, some roast pork and roast duck, manapua. They've got rice cake, and even look fun. These are the other kinds of bentos with a more local flair with the hot dogs. They've got musubis and chicken katsu, and here I thought was interesting, they even have vegetarian bento bowls. These are the cold section foods. Here are some cold somen salad. And they've also got some sushi rolls, California roll type sushis. Got some fried gyoza and different types of rolls, from tempura rolls to spicy ahi rolls and so much more. The food options are endless. Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great day. And today we went to Marukai, and if you haven't been there, it's pretty much a Japanese Costco almost. I mean, the place is humongous. They have everything from just beauty supplies to food, hot food, all kinds of rices and things. I mean, it's amazing. If you haven't been in a while, ever since COVID hit, they used to be almost like Costco where you needed a membership card. Now it is open to everybody. You don't need a card anymore, and you can just walk in and eat whatever. I heard that Don Quixote bought Marukai and also Time Supermarket, so you get a lot of different products from Japan directly. So we're checking out their hot food section. That place is also pretty extensive. They've got all kinds of things, even hot roasted chestnuts, hot sweet potatoes, different kind of sushi. So we're going to start off with the shrimp Katsu hand roll. It's pretty much like a little, I don't know if it's a musubi or what, but it's a hand roll with a shrimp tempura inside. And we'll open it up. I like how there's these simple little openings that the Japanese make, and you don't have to get your hand dirty, and it's something to eat on the go if you're at work or anything like that where you don't want to get messy and you don't have napkins. And it looks like they have the nori already wrapped perfectly on there, and it's not soggy or wet or anything, and it's got that creamy sauce with the shrimp. Pretty good. Although because of the rice, it doesn't keep it crispy, of course, because it's been sitting there. We went around lunchtime, so they were constantly preparing food and putting it out. It's not sitting there all day, so you don't have to worry about it not being fresh. But the rice does have moisture, so you're not going to get that crispy katsu taste or crunch. But the shrimp is very flavorful. It's got a little bit of a spicy mayo in there. It tastes kind of like sriracha and mayo. And the shrimp is very, very plump. This is a great start. Really, really good. Tons of shrimp in here. I think it's a pretty good deal. A very, very good on-the-go snack or lunch. You could just grab 2 or 3 of these and you're set. What I also like about it is it's not dry. It has a perfect texture to it with the rice and everything, so it's not like you're just eating dry nori and rice and it's stuck to your mouth. The shrimp and the sauce really complements everything, and it's so delicious. So for the shrimp katsu hand roll, it is $3.49, and all the prices are on everything you grab, so you're not going to be surprised or anything like that with the price. All right, on to our next thing. It's going to be a Nico Nico daily special, and I have no clue what that means. Let me know if you know, but it pretty much looks like a donburi bowl. I'm not sure, but it's got some raw fish on the top, and half of it looks like spicy tuna, so I wanted to try it. Comes in these little cute bowls, and you can see the presentation is very, very nice. Japanese food is always presented so nicely, even if it's a grab and go thing. The spicy tuna part looks really spicy to me, so hopefully it's not too spicy, but we'll check it out. And my chopstick broke, darn it, but we can make do. Underneath here is usually always rice, and yep, there's rice. And let's take a taste of this spicy tuna. Oh yeah, that's hot. That's very, very spicy. Ooh, I like spice, and that's spicy, but flavor wise is good. I just think they put a little bit too much whatever hot sauce, sriracha it is, in there. I will say the portions of the spicy ahi fish is a lot. They're really generous. The bowl looks really tiny, but they put a lot of fish in there compared to the rice. And it's still nice and cold and chilled. The rice is cooked perfectly. It's not mushy or anything, so that's a good thing. But I think if you're not into spicy things, but still eat spicy ahi, you're not probably going to like this. It is burning my mouth. It is pretty hot. I think it's way too hot. Hotter than it should be. All right, I don't know what the top is. It looks like a mixture of raw salmon and some cubed ahi. almost like a poke, but it's not. It looks like there's also pieces of daikon in here, that yellow radish. So looks interesting. Pickled veggies mixed with the fish. So try that out. I'm sure you heard that crunch. I like that daikon mixed together with that. It does give it a different taste. It's a little bit vinegary, but it kind of goes well with the fish. There's also some Japanese pickles in here. And on the bottom, there's the rice with the shoyu, or like a nigiri kind of sauce. And the nigiri sauce, or whatever it is, this brownish sauce, gives it a nice sweet flavor. So it kind of cools down the other half that's way too spicy for me. And I like the pickles mixed with it. I would say the fish is fresh, and I like the mixture with the salmon and the ahi, but the way they cut it is kind of sloppy. Like, I don't know what that is. Usually it's supposed to be cubed, but that's just a flat, funky piece. And they're all kind of like that. So, kind of interesting. But that's just kind of nitpicking, because the flavor is okay. But I wouldn't say this is one of my favorite things to eat, due to the spicy ahi being way too spicy. So if I were to come back, honestly, I probably wouldn't pick this again. So for the Nico Nico bowl, it is $7.99. All right, next up is the Nori Bento salmon special. And so this has, it's almost like a piece of salmon, but everything else is kind of like a local bento. It's got a piece of a croquette, it seems, some Redondo's hot dog, which is kind of like that red local hot dog, a piece of karaage chicken, I think, which is crunchy chicken, and some gobo tempura, pickled veggies, and some rice. All right, we'll take a dive into the salmon first. Looks like it has some really nice char marks on it. Here it is. Good flavor. Salted really well in a good way. Almost like a natural, just a natural salt flavor. Have some multi-grain rice with us. And all the layers of rice have a little bit of nori on top. Kind of almost like a flat musubi. And I like how they give the multi-grain rice because it's a little bit healthier. And I guess you can just fold up your nori that's on there and just bunch up your rice. But the salmon has really good flavor. It's a small piece, but haven't gotten any bones yet, so that's a good thing. It seems like they try to pick out all the bones, so it's easy to eat. All right, we'll try this croquette thing. Not sure what's in it. Looks nice and crispy, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not anymore, since it does sit out on the hot plate. Yeah, it's soft, but it's good. It's I don't know, what's like potato. It's soft in the middle and very creamy. It's actually really good tasting. I bet when you get it right when they make it, it must be super awesome. Looks like there's some veg in here, a little carrot and such, but not too much. Mostly like a potato filling. And we'll go to the Redondo's hot dog. It's our infamous red hot dog. And I kind of recently just read that it's a kind of a influence from the Philippines, and I didn't know that. But they also use red hot dogs in like their menudo and stuff, so I didn't know that. But it's pretty much your Redondo's hot dog, which is awesome. You can get it anywhere, but they're usually found in bentos. And if you've never tried one before, they are delicious. Okay, the last thing in the bento is the karaage chicken, which is pretty much a Japanese type of fried chicken. Same thing, the crunch kind of went away. But it almost tastes like a mochiko chicken. Like the chicken was soaked in a sweet soy marinade. And it's pretty good. There is a lot of breading in here though, and just a little bit of chicken. But otherwise, the taste is very good. All right, we're off to the sides. This is the gobo tempura, which is a burdock root, which is sliced thin with carrots and usually cooked in some soy and dashi. I actually like this one. Has a good crunch, not too salty, not too sweet. It's just the perfect balance of the salty and sweet. And then we have the Japanese pickles, pretty simple flavors. It's usually cucumber soaked in the salt water. I like that there's still crunch in it. Very good pickled vegetables. I like the sides, very good. Overall, I think this bento is pretty good. It has its weaknesses. I wish things were crispy, but it is a bento. So despite that, that's the only con I have about the crispiness, which you can't help. But I think there's a lot of food in here, and it's a good bento to take to the beach or good for field trips for kids. And it's flavorful, and you've got a variety of different things in one bento. For the nori bento salmon, that's what they call it, it is $7.99. All right, so this is the last bento that I picked. It's the, also says Nico Nico Daily Special, so I guess it's the daily special. It doesn't tell you exactly what's in here, but just looking at the outside, I thought it was gonna kill two birds with one stone because I wanted to get their crab sushi roll, but this comes with 2 pieces of the crab sushi roll with some tempura sushi and some, not sure what it is, it's a croquette or a katsu, but we'll check it out and see what's in it. All right, so this is pretty big and it's got the pickled veggies and such. So we'll start off with the tempura sushi, and these are huge. Look at the rice on that too. It's got some crispy tempura on there with some spicy mayo sauce. Also looks like some unagi sauce as well. All right, cheers. Again, really good flavor. I like the sauce. There is a lot of rice on here. Some people don't like a lot of rice on their sushi, but I think it's pretty filling since there's no rice on the bottom of this. But again, I wish the tempura was crunchy. It's very, very soggy from the sauce. But the shrimp flavor is good, and I like the sauce with the rice. And now we'll try the reverse crab roll. That's what they called it. So it's pretty much like a California roll. It's got imitation crab with some mayo in there. It's got some tobiko on top. That's super good. It's what you would think a California roll would taste like. Yeah, that California roll was the bomb. I really, really like that one. So next time I should just get a whole tray of them because they just sell them in a little long tray of sushi. All right, now on to this croquette thing. I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, I don't think it's katsu because it's falling apart. I think it's a croquette or some kind of fish. Yeah, it's pretty much the same croquette I got in the other bento. And it's a potato croquette. But again, look, it's falling apart. It's not crispy anymore, but it's very flavorful again. And it's really creamy. I like the potato in it. But I just wish that there was some way to keep it crispy in one piece. And these pickles look different. They're like super huge, thick cuts of cucumber. So let's take a taste of that. Very refreshing and more crunchy than the other ones. The other ones seem like thin cut and squeezed. That's why they're wrinkly, to get all that excess water out. But these are actually just like American kind of pickles because they're thick cut and it's got that good crunch. But these are a little bit sweeter than the American version and not as vinegary. I actually prefer this cut better. It's actually very refreshing and delicious. And these are the taquan, or almost like a daikon, with the yellow radish, and they've got little cuts of, looks like kelp in there. Again, very crunchy and crispy. I really like those pickled kind of vegetables. I just wish that, I actually thought this was like katsu instead of a croquette. I wish that this was katsu instead. And if you're going to get this bento and you like croquettes, it is $7.99. Seems like all their Nico Nico daily specials are $7.99. So I guess it's all in that one area. It's just their daily specials of the day, and every day I guess it changes. So I think it's a pretty good deal for a lot of food in here, considering some, half of it was seafood. So yeah, I liked it. So that was my showcase of some of the bentos you can get at Marukai. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed all of the bentos. I enjoyed the flavor, except for the spicy ahi. That was a little bit too much for me, for my taste buds. But the bentos itself, like the salmon and the California roll, that shrimp katsu roll, all the tastes were perfectly seasoned to me. I enjoyed the flavors, but I just wish some of the crunchy things stayed crunchy. And I know you can't keep them crunchy when they're bentos sitting on the hot plate there, but when I did the Don Quixote video, I remember going to touch it, and there is a warning sign that it is very hot, and all of them were very hot. The bentos were kept very hot and nice, and you know, almost like it was just made for you. But here, when I took it off the hot plate, it was lukewarm at most. It was actually kind of cold. But the rice isn't like refrigerator cold, so I'm not sure, because you see the workers constantly putting out the bentos as it got emptied, and they're in the middle of that little circular kiosk. So the bentos are moving, so I don't know why it's not hot, but it is what it is. And if you're looking for just a quick, cheap bento to grab on the go to go to the beach or on a picnic or just a fast lunch, I think this is a great option. I do love the store, however, so if you ever have a chance to just walk around the store and look at all the awesome Japanese items flown straight from Japan, it's amazing. They even have Japanese produce and Japanese meats like Wagyu beef and all the different kinds of ramen and rice. I mean, it's amazing. Parking is a con again. They have a big lot, but it is a very popular place, and some of the stalls are very thin. They're mostly for compact cars, so I would suggest not parking under the like covered area, the covered garage area, because that's where everybody wants to go. We just went down the little thin aisle towards the back of the building, and there was a lot of stalls there because nobody wants to walk for some reason, but it's not that long of a walk really to the front door. So if you can't find parking, go look for parking on that side and you'll definitely find something open. So until next time, I'll see you again for another food adventure. Press the like button and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again. Peace out and take care.